Today should have been about football, but instead a portion of Rangers fans tried to turn it into a full-scale riot. Firstly, let's start with the Celtic fan who was brutally attacked by a pack of Rangers fans who kicked him while he lay unconscious just a stone's throw away from the stadium. The video circulating shows just what type of people we are dealing with. Let's hope the fan makes a speedy recovery and has no lasting damage. Now let's get into what happened at full time, caused by a group of thugs in blue nylon gimp masks. Celtic had just won the match on penalties. The players walked over to celebrate with their supporters, something that happens in football stadiums all over the world. But within seconds, the situation turned ugly. Footage from inside the stadium appears to show groups of Rangers supporters, some reportedly wearing masks, running onto the pitch and charging toward the area where the Celtic players and fans were celebrating. Let that sink in for a second. Players celebrating a victory. And suddenly rival supporters are running toward them. This wasn't just a pitch invasion. This looked like a mob charging directly toward the Celtic side of the pitch. Stewards and police were scrambling to react as chaos unfolded. But the serious question is this: how were they allowed to get that close in the first place? Videos circulating online show individuals sprinting across the pitch straight toward the area where the Celtic players and supporters were gathered. And during the disorder, reports have emerged that a member of the Celtic staff was assaulted. If that is confirmed, it is absolutely disgraceful, because now we're not just talking about fans running onto the pitch, we're talking about players and staff being put in danger. And that raises massive questions about the responsibility of the home club. When a match is played at Ibrox Stadium, the responsibility for safety inside that stadium lies with Rangers FC. And the truth is, what we saw today looks like a complete failure to protect visiting players, staff and supporters. How were people able to storm the pitch in numbers? How were they able to run directly toward the celebrating Celtic players? And why did it appear to take so long before the situation was brought under control? These are not small questions. These are serious questions about safety, because football rivalries are fierce, especially when it comes to Celtic and Rangers. Everyone understands the intensity of this fixture, but charging players, running toward opposition staff, targeting the area where rival supporters are celebrating, that is not rivalry, that is dangerous, and frankly, Rangers Football Club should be ashamed if they were unable to guarantee the safety of visiting players, staff and supporters at their own stadium, because professional football grounds are supposed to be controlled environments, not places where players and staff have to look over their shoulders while celebrating a win. For Celtic supporters watching those scenes unfold, the anger is completely understandable. They saw their players and staff exposed on the pitch while rival fans ran toward them. And it leaves a very uncomfortable question hanging over Scottish football tonight. If this can happen inside one of the biggest stadiums in the country, what exactly went wrong with the security? Authorities are now expected to review the footage and investigate exactly what happened. But the key questions remain. How were supporters able to reach the pitch so easily? Who failed to stop it? And what consequences will follow? Because scenes like this embarrass Scottish football on the world stage. But more importantly, they put people at risk. What should have been remembered as a huge victory for Celtic has instead been overshadowed by chaos, confrontation and serious questions about safety. One of the greatest football matches in world football ruined by a group of grown men in blue Power Ranger masks. A sad day for Scottish football